Hey everybody, Jeff Stone here with day 47 of the year 2015 at MagicReview.com. We're looking at European Coinmagic Symposium Volume 3. So this is kind of a hard DVD to review. You know, my three criteria for review is ad copy integrity, method, and product quality. Well, there really is no ad copy, it just lists off the tricks. So we can throw that out the window. So we're left with method and product quality. Product quality is crap. Terrible audio, poorly mic'd, you know, poorly lit. The camera's at the wrong spot. It's too far away. You can't even see what the effects are. There's a coin version of oil and water with 3 copper, 3 silver coins where you interlace them and then they separate like the typical oil and water card trick. You can't even see what's going on. All you can see is a guy up there doing something with his hands, and I don't even know what. You can't even tell what the effect is. So that's the quality of the video. So the quality's bad, so there's nothing really much to say there. So it's down to method. Well, method is the same old stuff. I mean, it's you know, it's the standard coin stuff. It's, you know, Ramsey's coin and cylinder. It's matrix. It's wild coin, and I got my list here. It's you know, color changes, just card and coin routines, coins across, 3 fly. I mean, it's nothing different or new that you haven't already seen before. So what it really comes down to is, do you need a new version of that in your repertoire, or a version at all in your repertoire? Now, I can say that the effects are good and that you might like them, but I don't really know. I personally don't like any of the effects because I don't like Coinmagic. It just doesn't speak to me. And so I can't say that they're good or bad. I can only tell you that they're pretty much the same as any other version that you've ever seen. I can point out a few highlights of where I thought that there was maybe an improvement. For example, let's see, Eric Jones. He has the Enigma change. That's actually a very cool coin change. And it's got a little bit of an angle problem, but not a big one. And he points out how to address that and everything. But it's very visual, and it could be used in your you know, mix in with another routine. So that, I think, has some potential there for sure. There is China Money by Shugio Futagawa. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And what's good about this, it's an infinite production of coin after coin after coin. If you're familiar with like the old sponge hot dogs or sponge bananas, where you can just keep producing hot dog after hot dog after hot dog, it's similar to that in look, but it's coins. And then anytime you want, instead of producing another $50 and another $50 and another $50, you can produce a regular Chinese coin, and then next one is a medium-sized Chinese coin, and then finally a jumbo Chinese coin. And it's pretty good on the angles. You do kind of have to be seated, but it's pretty good on the angles and everything. It's 5 coins is all you need. You need the 3 Chinese ones and then 2 $50, and they all just go in your right pocket and they stay there the whole time, and that's where you get everything from during the performance. So it's practical, and it's easy to do for the most part. So, you know, that's one that maybe is worth considering. The cylinder and coins routine, frankly, I thought it was not much of an improvement at all over the Ramsey original, but there was one cool thing. So if you know the Ramsey effect, the idea is you have an empty cylinder and you put a little piece of cork inside the cylinder. That's, you know, it's like a toilet paper roll kind of a thing, right? You put a small piece of cork in there, and then the coins vanish one at a time, and they reappear under the cork inside the cylinder. Well, he uses a little round sort of bead or a little ball instead of a cork, but there's one little move he does where the ball is in the tube, and he very openly drops a coin into the cylinder. But when he lifts the tube up, the coin is under the ball. So that the technique for that's pretty clever. But the ending is weak, and it almost sort of tips the method a little bit. The routine itself was confusing, and it was hard to. The explanation wasn't extremely clear, because one of the common things you have on here is you got some guys that just, they're, you know, like Eric Jones and Daryl and Michael Rubenstein, and who's the other one? Anthony Gerard, where they speak English, and that's their first language, or at least I think it is. And then you got some other guys where that's not their first language, but they're speaking in English, in broken English. And then there's other guys where they don't speak English at all, and you got a voiceover dubbing over it in English. And so they're all, and some of them have subtitles, and the subtitle ones are really hard to follow because you can't watch the action and read the subtitles, so it's a bit confusing. So the teaching is not the greatest either. So you combine the bad camera work, the bad angles, the bad lighting, the bad audio, the language barrier if you speak English, because this is only for English speaking. As far as I know, there's no way to watch it in another language. So all of that combined with really nothing new in the world of Magic as far as these effects go, with a few little nice things in there, like I think it was Anthony Gerard who had some work on the pop-up move. You know, the thing where you take a coin, you put it on your fist here. He had a kind of a nice addition to that made it a bit more deceptive that I liked. But, you know, there was one that was just a card trick. Francesco Adeo. It was a barehanded production of Four of a Kind, which is very pretty, very visual. Not sure where it's on the Coinmagic DVD. And the method is, it's just sleight of hand. It's, card manipulation kind of stuff. But there was two particular grips that I'd never seen before, and the method relied on being able to transfer from grip in the same hand from one grip to another. And so it was the kind of thing where your hand looked very, very empty and very, very open. But he didn't really teach you the technique for getting it from one grip to the next. He just basically said, here's one grip, here's the other grip, and you'll have to switch between these. And it was also one of the ones where I think the English was not very good. So there's stuff left out there. And if you ever wanted to do that particular production, I don't think you'd be able to based on what was on this video. So there's just a lot of stuff that's made this not a very well put together DVD. And for 35 bucks, I always go back to comparing it to the old L&L videos. Those DVDs are always 35 bucks, and it's always, a pro like, Michael Amar or David Regal or somebody like that, they're showing it, very clearly. It's very well scripted. It's 3 camera angles. It's very well lit, well mic'd, and I mean, it's very well produced, and for 35 bucks, and you get about the same amount of stuff you're getting on these DVDs. And so for $35 here, you're getting crappy quality production, terrible instruction for the most part. So I couldn't give this a good rating, guys. Sorry. I gave it 2.5 stars with a stone status of grubble. As you know, gem is good, rubble is bad, grubble is somewhere in between. So in the written review, I worded it like this: grubble with a couple of gem ideas surrounded by a bunch of rubble production and poor teaching, something like that. So you get the idea. Anyway, sorry, not such a great product. It might be if you're like a die-hard coin worker and you just collect coin videos, it might be worth it, but I'm not really seeing it, folks. So anyway, enough about that. It's time for you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which is one of my favorite Bon Jovi songs ever, Wild as the Wind. It's not my favorite, but one of my favorite. This is off the New Jersey album, which was their 4th album. Very, very good album. You listen, I'll drink. Can you hear that? You can't even hear that, can you? There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's a great album, New Jersey. I'm a big Bon Jovi fan. As you guys know, I got tons of Bon Jovi, probably a good 75, 80 tunes from them. Anyway, what is my favorite Bon Jovi song? It is As My Guitar Lies Bleeding in My Arms. That is just a powerful, powerful song. Anyway, enough of that. Tune in tomorrow where I have to go through and suffer through another one of these, Volume 4. And if you looked at the ad copy, or the video trailer, you'll see that it shows footage from both Volume 3 and Volume 4. And so if you watch the ad trailer, you might see some footage that's not actually in the Volume 3 DVD. Don't panic, it'll be in here. So anyway, Volume 4 tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you then. Peace out.